that 90% of coronavirus patients recover without intervention. The NCDC DG disclosed this while commenting on how Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State recovered in less than 1 week after testing positive for the virus. We should remember that 90% of these patients recover without intervention. So if you take something and say you recovered, and that something is why you recovered, it doesn't quite add up. So hopefully there will be some treatment emerging over the next few years. But remember that people recover from many viruses. That is the way it happens. So you go to a hospital and for COVID-19, you are given oxygen. Oxygen is not really a treatment. It is to keep you alive for long enough for you to recover yourself. The NCDC Director General also appealed to political leaders to stop announcing details of COVID-19 cases in their states and leave the reporting to experts. Political leaders announcing details of COVID-19 cases are not ill-intentioned, but about them not understanding the ethics and norms of medical practice and public health. Nobody should reveal the identity of a patient, even if it is the first patient in your state. Please do not reveal the identity of the patient, the circumstances, whether he is a doctor or not. We don't need all of that. This is a virus. They haven't committed an offense. They haven't done anything wrong. We have to show empathy towards our patient. That is what we sign up as health workers. Do you think the cure for the virus will be discovered soon? Tell me the difference between COVID-19 and these Chinese doctors from federal government and wasting our hard-earned $2 million in this act. Let's watch and hear from the doctors and the details. Thank you.
The ambassador of China to Nigeria says the Chinese experts that arrived in Nigeria came to reciprocate the gestures demonstrated by Nigeria during China's trying times in fighting COVID-19. He acknowledged that the Nigerian government had shown China great solidarity when it struggled with the coronavirus pandemic. He speaks on the cost for the services rendered. The ambassador said the major secret which worked for China, especially in Wuhan, the epicenter of the virus, was the lockdown and success in breaking the chain of transmission.
I'm struggling to understand the logic, but for us, it's a very simple thing. At the most difficult stage of China's fighting against COVID-19, we received support of all means from Nigeria. It's time for us to reciprocate the friendship and the kindness. This is the first time I met tete-a-tete with the Minister of Health since early February. And I appreciate the strong support for us from him and the government, the Chinese business, private or public. What we are trying to do is to address the concerns of Nigerian friends. According to the information the CCECC told me, the value of the equipment, medical supplies, is around $1.5 million, and including the other costs like the chartered air flight, it's all around $2 million. The lockdown in Wuhan lasted 76 days. So since January 23rd, Wuhan had been in lockdown. Today is the very first day the lockdown has been lifted. So you see, one key measure for us to fight the COVID-19 in China is to try every means to break the chain of transmission.
God bless you as you